Alrighty, welcome back. Welcome to 2026. So we made it to the new year. Today is January 1st when we are recording. So everyone listening, all our supporters, viewers, whatever, haters. Not that we really have haters,
Good
but
mixture.
Happy New Year to all. I guess they would be Cowboys fans, maybe, or the haters. I don't know,
I'm sure you got some haters out in the world.
but but yeah, how was your New Year's?
It's good. It's chill. Um, I think this was a big one. Obviously, this is the year of the Super Bowl, so we had to close down 2025. That was one of
Mhm.
my definitely my big highlights.
I'm not gonna lie, it did feel like I was thinking like, I was making a typical little like recap video and then I was like, wow, the Super Bowl really did happen. It felt like so long ago. I mean, February is a long time, but
Well,
still,
it's literally in the beginning of the year, so it's
yeah.
the best and the worst way to start the year. I would say people that don't like NFL or football, I don't know how they survive January and February.
Oh, no.
It's
Yeah.
about the only thing that keeps me going.
Yeah,
Um,
because besides football, January to March is just hell.
Brutal, yeah.
And then
So
you get
that's
March Madness is like is like the return to some
well, the sunlight
good
comes out
times.
again, which is nice.
Eventually, yeah.
So yeah, no, but if you get the Super Bowl, that sets you up right, which is what I was looking back on. But and then
Yeah.
looking forward, of course, I think my New Year's resolution, since my emotional well-being has been crushed numerous times by the Eagles, I think I'm just gonna try not to be as emotionally controlled by the Eagles going forward. And thank you, Nick Sirianni, because he's not going to put any starters in, so I think I'll be safe this week. Yeah,
Uh,
it'll at least last another week, and then I'm sure when the playoffs start, it'll be the kickoff of the playoff game. Something will go wrong, and then out the door.
the blood pressure will rise again.
Yeah.
I've actually gotten pretty chill with the Eagles. I think because I like detach from absorbing it all the time. Like I always used to watch like the post game on Comcast Sportsnet after. I always used to watch like ESPN and everything every single day during the season. Go running football every day. I don't do that as much. Like maybe I'll watch like First Take once or twice a week and Good Morning Football maybe once. So I feel like I've also like pulled back a little from the how much I intake. But when I was like a kid, honestly, I was worse because the Eagles lost. I would like take off my jersey, I would throw it like, across the room, have a little temper tantrum.
Oh, good. I'm
Um,
glad you outgrew your temper tantrums. It's something about
yeah.
the Philadelphia fans in general. Like, it is the thing, and I fall in the trap as well. It's like you just got crushed. You're really angry, or you're really sad, or you're really hurt. So you're like, let me immediately and constantly pour more salt in my wound and hear other people scream and yell and moan, and let me relive this pain. It's just,
Yeah.
we can't get enough of it. We really do. We love it.
Yeah. It's I think them being um good first the last I mean, for being honest, they've
I
been
don't know if this year is good is the word I'm
well,
using, but
I mean like
they're winning.
the past, a couple years. I mean, besides a couple hiccup years, I mean, they've been pretty good since 2000. I think they're like the fourth winningest team since 2000. So I
Yeah,
mean,
I
you
mean,
know,
every year though, we still have a burning desire to fire our
oh
coach.
well, yeah,
Like
that's
the amount
just
of like fire Nick Sirianni, like propaganda that was going out. Like I get it, the game was rough, but it's just like you just won. You just beat the Bills in Buffalo. Granted, there wasn't a good team. My emotional well-being has gotten a little better since we had that moment where I admitted and came to grips that the offense is bad. And it's fine. I don't even doesn't bother me. They're just a
I
bad offense.
I feel like I know the answer to this, but if would you would you take another year of watching the Eagles play like this offensively, meaning that Kevin Patula is still the OC, and but this is assuming he does not evolve at all and he just stays the same. Would you
Okay.
sacrifice it to see this again if we won a Super Bowl?
What, this year or next year?
This because like if we won a Super Bowl this year, he's obviously not getting fired.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd take the Super without a doubt. I'd give me the
Okay.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine.
Yeah.
Let's go do it again, Kevin.
Yeah. Right. And then we'll get back to the hating, back to the
To be fair, that's
stress.
kind of what this year's been. I mean, everything like everyone was ready to fire Nick, and then he goes and wins the Super Bowl,
That's
and then
true.
he can pick whoever he wants.
Mm.
Like he just relived the 2023 this year. Ideally,
Yeah.
you make noise in the playoffs. I will say this was a painful game, but they
Mhm.
did win. But this was the game that made me think, you know what? The offense is obviously bad. I knew that. The defense is good enough that I actually think they could win in the playoffs. Like they're
That's what
so
I walked away
good
with. Yeah.
that they could drag them out. Jalen Carter was, I mean, I give him a pass in the whole season. He clearly was really injured. Guy gets
Yeah.
surgery
He said he
back
couldn't
and
do push-ups until he got
insane
that
on
shot.
both arms. Both arms. He got. I don't know, man. Like he took 3 weeks off. I guess you don't know where the season's going, but maybe something you should have done early in the season. But
Yeah.
you know, I get it. I mean, this your season is propped up on those wins you banked with the Buccaneers, the Rams, early in the season.
Mhm.
But the defense can win games. Jalen Carter looks like the MVP that we thought he was. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm not getting my hopes up on the offense. I've written them off. Maybe they can make a play or two going down the road, but I confidently think this defense can win games. Not just one game, but games in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, I think also, we get Lane back for the
Oh yeah.
playoffs, which will be huge. Um, Dickerson and Jurgens have both been really bad this year, but we know that they are playing injured.
Yeah.
Um, so that'll be a good break for them. Hopefully, enough to help them, play a little better, which is like positive for next year. Although I mean, Nick and I were talking about this during the game last week about how I mean, Dickerson, is his career does he have longevity with all these? He's injured every year. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I think so. I mean, he doesn't miss many games.
I
He
know,
played like
but
every game I saw last year.
yeah, but
I mean, yeah, fine, but listen, you're an NFL offensive lineman. I think
yeah, I mean, he was hurt in
always
college too.
injured.
So
Yeah, but I mean, he's just like towards ACL in college or something like that. Wasn't I mean, I don't know his college career well enough to if he had like lingering injuries, but I think it's just a position that everyone is always hurt or always injured.
yeah,
He doesn't miss games. He pushes through. I mean, this year was rough, but I mean, if his play still matches up, I think he'll be okay.
yeah. I mean, I to go back to what you were saying to start, I do think, especially watching the Rams just lose like blow a game to the Falcons.
Yeah.
I feel like the Eagles still have like if the offense can just get like they only need a couple games to click, and then they can, I think the defense will hold them for a lot of these games.
The
Um,
defense, realistically, like you could keep winning. How many games? The Packers, this one recently. Um, what was the other one they just had where the offense could not score, but they managed
Lions.
the Lions. Three, well, the Lions aren't, but
Mhm.
Packers and the Bills are playoff teams. The Lions aren't a bad team. They've had a rough go of it recently, but you can theoretically win games where you can't score more than 14 points. It's disgusting to think, but that
I
is a
mean,
game I think they can win with.
looking
Uh,
at the to like the stats, if you didn't look at the score, you'd think the Eagles got like blown out because the Bills had double the amount of first downs, um, 2 for 3 on fourth downs. They ran 73 plays. What was the time of possession? 35-minute time possession. Eagles had 24 minutes, but they had 331 total yards and only 12 points. Like that's the defense did. They let them, move down the field a little bit and then would stop them, prevent them from
yeah.
doing anything.
I
So,
mean, you won games now with 13 points, 16 points, 10 points.
mhm.
Like all the way in the early season, you won with 20. Like you can, I think there's success there, and
I
I
mean,
think the
it's
team
also
is the best
like
in all year.
I think the stat was the Eagles have won twice this year with not completing a single pass in the second half. Like
I believe that.
that doesn't happen. That doesn't
I
make
mean, yeah,
sense.
it doesn't happen, but
Although
this,
I was a lot of the tape that people were like like putting on Twitter, like reviewing the game film and stuff. It did look like, I mean, plus the weather was rough, but like it did look like it wasn't really on Jalen. Like, first of all, can we talk about that Devontae Smith catch that was called back?
that was
Like,
ridiculous.
I they called it a catch, and not at one point during the review did you clearly see the ball like on the grass.
Yeah, I
But
thought
that
ridiculous.
deep ball to Cooks or whoever it was, You
Was
saw
out
him
of
hold it like this, and the ball was on the ground when he landed, but
well,
that
then
didn't
he
get
lost
overturned.
possession, like it was out of his hand.
Yeah, the referee was not great for the
Brutal.
like. I mean, AJ
Brutal.
got held on a non-PI call, and then they called Q
Yeah.
on a bullshit pass. I'm like, what are we doing?
The
Like,
refereeing, the officiating was awful. I
yeah, it
know
was not good.
the officiating isn't holding you, to zero completions in the second half. I mean, the Devontae Smith drop that was in between his hands, that one that doesn't happen if with the weather,
It's ridiculous.
if it's a nice day. But again, these are excuses though. It's the same thing. Like when people look at the plays, like, oh, Jalen didn't miss anything. The plays calling is terrible. Like it doesn't matter. This is the same thing. Nothing's going to change. This is
Yeah,
what you
my
like.
my thing is like with this team is like I feel like everybody points out, well, they did this wrong, they did this wrong, and this needs to be better, and this is not good. And I agree. But at the end of the day, they are winning these games against very good teams. They've had like the third or fourth hardest schedule this year, I think, or sixth
Well, yeah.
hardest, I
I
forget.
mean, but
And
this
they're
is where your
beating,
defense is winning them.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic for the playoffs because of how the defense is playing and getting those players healthy and getting Lane back, and Jalen being, a gamer and knowing doing what it needs to be done to. I do think come playoffs we'll see him run more. I just I feel like they've been holding back a lot of things, and I think as players they will speak up and you know, take more initiative and saying, look, like now we're in an elimination game phase. We need to be more aggressive. We cannot shut down in the second half like we've been doing. So I'm hoping the players take, some
With going off the lay, like
stuff there, but
bringing RPO would be bad, and back in the offense would be great. Like
any
Jalen
kind of motion,
had
any
a
kind of
lot
play
of
action, like
like Jalen's had a lot of success with this, especially how much you struggle with getting Barkley going. Like, give a little more flexibility to Jalen to see what's in front of him.
I
Granted, he's gonna
mean,
have to do it, but he's proven it. Like, I don't think I agree they won. That's nice, but I don't think it gets like, I think it's almost undersold how bad the offense was. If you take away the
yeah.
fumble that magically went 40 yards downfield, that was the only touchdown they scored. It like to the point where like if say they just fumbled and it doesn't go 30 yards downfield, there's no way the Eagles score on that drive. There's just no way. The only one they scored was when the ball was on the other side of the field already.
Yeah.
And it's just they couldn't do anything outside of that. You had the two field goals, which is nice. This was a classic Jake Elliott moment. Everyone hates him, he wants to fire him, and then he goes and kicks two field goals that ultimately end up winning us the game in the worst weather possible.
I told
Classic Jake
you. I
Elliott.
told you. He misses the ones that don't matter and then makes the big
But
ones.
listen, give credit to Jake Elliott. Like I've said this with Jake, he never loses us games, but he
That's
wins us games. Like he needed to be really good that game. He needed to make those two field goals.
yeah.
And it was crappy weather, and he never loses games. It doesn't look pretty, but when he doesn't have to be an excellent, he usually stinks. But you give him credit, he picks and chooses pretty well, you know. But I don't know. The defense held up. They stopped a very good Bills offense. They just look better and better. Jalen Carter looks like a stud. Love to get Nakobe Dean back.
Yeah.
Uh, I think it's kind of noticeable there. Campbell looks good, but he's not Dean.
He, I will say that fumble recovery though, Nakobe Dean's not quick enough to make that recovery. So, uh,
I guess, yeah.
well, I mean, it's not saying he's slow, but Jahad Campbell is, I think, faster than Nakobe. So, and he made a great hustle play to get on that fumble.
Oh, that was
But,
the play of the game. Little did we know that was the play of the game. That and the 2-point conversion.
did you
Thoughts
see,
2-point conversion for the
d-
Bills?
huh?
Thoughts on the 2-point conversion? Because again, a lot of mixing. I personally
I would have ran it with
didn't.
Josh Allen. The fuck? Like,
I don't know if I would have gone for 2 points if I'm
oh, I
the,
know.
the
I would have kicked the field goal because you go to overtime, excuse me, and the Eagles haven't done anything. You just
yeah, the
stop them
Bills
once, and then you can
all the
drive down the
momentum in
field,
the
kick a
world.
field goal.
Yeah, that one I didn't really. I mean, listen, I'm grateful for how it played out, but yeah, I just absolutely do not pass there.
Yeah.
I'm putting Josh Allen in the end zone,
Oh, yeah.
um, but entirely I'm not going for two. It's become a very big fad. It feels like every game when this situation pops up, people go without even thinking, go for two.
Yeah, I don't maybe I mean I think the 10-minute overtime is a lot faster than it like I don't know if we need a full quarter because
No,
we don't need we have at least one or two ties every season. Like we don't really need these ties.
No, but I mean, even with the rules now, everyone gets a possession. It's not like, all right, let's go
Yeah.
tie. If we lose the coin toss, we're screwed.
I mean,
I
yeah,
think,
that was a ridiculous. I mean, the I the thought behind it was though that like you had four quarters to win the game. So then it comes up to like you lost your. I get it though. Like I wouldn't want to lose on a coin flip, but you did have four quarters to take care of business.
oh, I
But
mean, yeah, in that point, sure, but the momentum of things,
agreed. Yeah.
they lost the first three quarters. The Bills smashed us in the fourth quarter. Was
Yeah.
but the way I look at it. Like you ride that momentum. You just won the last quarter if you're going to split it up that way. I don't know. In a perfect world, I think the Bills go tie. They get the ball back. They go take that defense out who's tired and try to score again, knowing the offense isn't going to do anything. But hey, listen, I'm happy for it.
That is one. The last thing on the Eagles though, that is one thing I am concerned about. Um, because when the offense, yes, this defense is a championship caliber defense, but if the offense cannot in the fourth quarter give us one first down, like cannot be on the field for at least like two, three first downs to give the defense a break, it doesn't matter if you have, the Bears midway, the greatest defense of all time, the 85 Bears, or the Ravens 2000 defense. It doesn't matter if they're on the field for 45 minutes. They're gonna be tired. They're gonna be sluggish. They're
Well,
not gonna make good plays. Like any player is gonna get exhausted, and they need their rest to even just to like have conversations on the sideline about what the adjustments need to be made. But no, let's go three and out, punt it back to them, put the defense back out there in under
that
two
is the biggest.
minutes.
If the
So,
offense could just, I don't even like. If they could just stop going three and out, would be the biggest thing. It's just they do it an insane amount of times.
well, Patullo said they were just running it to run it at one point, and I was like, this motherfucker.
Well, John, how about when he started the game with three passing plays in the torrential downpour just to start with
It
three and
was
out?
working though. I mean,
I don't know. I
I don't
don't
agree
think
with it, but I
play
don't.
calling.
I think the run play calling is so. It just I don't know if the play calling for the run game is bad or if like our line because every time every like I would say 70% of these runs, it looks like there is defenders in the backfield before Saquon even gets the ball. Like, are we running screens here? Like,
Well,
why are
they
defenders getting
just
through so
sell out on the
easily?
run. It's
It's
just
dumb.
like this is the part. Like every team sells out on the run. It's their main priority. We, as an offensive play calling, have not figured it out yet. What to do to like
Week
take advantage of this.
17, can't figure it
Like
out.
you should be able to crush it on play action. They
Ugh.
don't even want play action. You should be able to like just work up some better schemes. Like they just don't do it.
No,
It is very obvious what the defense are going to do every week. They're going to stop and prioritize the run. And the Eagles are in week 18 still haven't figured out how to take advantage of that.
it's insane.
It's I, it's an unfortunate. I don't know. This was one of those wins. I was like, I'm like mad. I don't feel any joy. There's no
Yeah,
joy happening right now. I'm just less mad than I would have been if they lost.
fair enough. I mean,
It's
we didn't really need the game per se. So,
I think you needed it. Yeah, because then now you can sit everyone at the end of the season.
yeah. I mean, we can still get the two seed if I think the Bears lose. I don't remember who they're playing though. I think they're playing Packer.
Yeah,
No,
I
they're playing the
mean,
Lions. Lions have something to play for. Pride.
Lions are a
But
mess.
yeah. But anyways, that's the
Which
birds.
going off that, how mad will you be with Nick if the Lions or the Bears do lose, say, and we lose because we didn't put any of our starters out?
Eh. I mean,
Yeah,
if it was for the one seed, that's different. But the two and the three, it's like,
I'd
eh.
rather take the week
I'm
off.
not too worried about the Bears having the two over us because I don't really see them. I think they played well this year. I think it's too early for them. They're not. I don't think they're built for the playoffs.
They
But
remind me a little bit of Washington last year.
yeah, yeah,
I think their defense is not as good as they make it seem,
they have a lot of
and
turnovers.
they do get a lot of turnovers. The problem is when they don't get turnovers.
Yeah, they couldn't stop the Niners at all on
No, they were
Sunday
getting
night.
cooked. I mean, credit to the offense though. They were going blow for blow with the Niners.
It was a great game.
But I don't think that's sustainable.
Yeah. Um, but elsewhere on week 17, we had three Christmas games. All were pretty uh irrelevant, I guess. Cowboys beat the Commanders 30-23. Lions basically eliminated themselves by losing. Also, the Vikings 23-10. They look terrible.
They've looked terrible the last like 3 weeks. They can't score. Their offense
No,
has disappeared. What is
no.
what has happened with the Lions? Because this was the biggest surprise for me. This probably this year. I was more surprised by the Lions' big drop off than I was, I think, by Washington
Isn't it
between.
crazy? Ain't it crazy that the Lions failed to make the playoffs after losing their offensive coordinator, but the Eagles they lose an offensive coordinator every year and they still find a way to make the playoffs and
Yeah.
win games.
Well, I mean, they switched their offense coordinator halfway through the season because Campbell took over play calling. It seemed like things were
Yeah.
going well, and then man, the last couple of weeks has just been rough.
All I'll say is
They've had a tough little schedule. You know, you had the Steelers, Rams, Cowboys, and Packers before that.
I was riding golf most of my fantasy my one league, and then I decided to bench him for Trevor Lawrence in my championship game. Great decision.
Wow, you were just awesome.
I did win. I did win one of my leagues. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This made my day to know that. The the Lions, I don't. Is it really? Was it all Ben Johnson? Because they like the Eagles, like they've got a ton of
No, I
talent.
mean they had a lot of injuries, but I do think
Defensively.
I do think they were defenses were able to scheme against them pretty well and shut them down for being like as high powered as they were last year. I don't think they were as close to that, or maybe in the beginning of the year. I mean, Gibbs was still doing Gibbs stuff, but I feel like him and Montgomery weren't like as dynamic this year as they were last year.
Gibbs was awesome. Montgomery wasn't even used. That was the one thing when Campbell took over, he just would run Gibbs like
Yeah,
every play. Like
yeah,
Montgomery just disappeared.
yeah. Um, and then Broncos beat the Chiefs 20-13. Chiefs not going to be in the playoffs this year, and Broncos won the AFC West. Crazy.
Credit to Sean Payton. I give him a lot of credit. That was it's a weird like I think now teams are more okay with eating an absurd money amount of money to get rid of someone. And the Broncos are gonna be the perfect example of like, yeah, it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Then we had two Saturday games. I completely lied to myself and thought the Chargers were going to be somewhat formidable this year, but then they blew the game. Lost to Texans 20-16. Really didn't do much all game. I get Texans are
So
back. They looked like they were dead first half of the season, and then now they're
Texans are very much alive.
Broncos, Texans, and I would say Broncos, Texans, Seattle, and Eagles defense. They're carrying these teams. Although Seattle's got a really good offense, but
Texans defense is like nasty, nasty.
yeah,
Their pass rush is unstoppable. And they've just
yeah,
got like a secondary that just ball hawked. Like it's just insane.
yeah. I mean, they got Hunter and Stingley the corner, and then and Will Anderson. Yeah, they're doing pretty well.
That's good.
Uh,
I'm curious to see how far they go. The Chargers still made the playoffs, didn't they?
yeah, they'll be in the wild card with the
Yeah.
Texans, but um, and then the Ravens beat the Packers in the battle of the backup QBs, 41-24.
I
Ravens
don't think the Packers
still
are good.
alive.
I think the Packers just don't have it. I don't see the
I've been
Packers.
saying this all year. I've been saying all year they're overrated. People keep saying that they're going to be this and that. Um, I don't. They look just as good with Malik Willis as they do with Jordan Love. But I don't.
Debatable. I mean, Michael Parsons' loss was huge.
Yeah,
That's when their defense really took a spin. I mean, their defense was crushing it all year. Now you just gave 41 points to the backup quarterback on the Ravens. Well, Derrick Henry, but
yeah.
it's not been a good go defensively since he got hurt.
No. Then moving to Sunday action, the Buccaneers continued to falter, losing to the
Wow.
Dolphins 20-17. They don't. Them and the Panthers play this week for the division on Saturday, I think. They don't. Buccaneers don't deserve to win that game.
I don't get
They
what happened with the Buccaneers. Like they were really injured with their skill players in the beginning of the season.
they were playing
As they've
well.
gotten healthier, I feel like they've gotten worse.
They literally as soon as all their receivers got healthy, they've been terrible. I don't
Yeah,
doesn't make
Mecca Luca
sense.
was the best wide receiver in the league, and then he forgot how to play football anymore.
He's really disappeared. It's kind of crazy.
I don't know. Baker's disappeared. That's
He
the
went
bigger thing.
from potential MVP to top 20 maybe
Yeah,
quarterback.
the defense is non-existent too. Like
Yeah,
they just don't
they're
do anything
down year for the
defensively.
defense.
Yeah, they're a weird team. I mean, that's there. I think I don't see anything really changing too much with Detroit.
Mhm.
Just 'cause I feel like they were respectable enough to get by and get another year. You did lose both coordinators, which is tough.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers, man, I know they might be in the playoffs, but I'm Tampa. They got to do something. Like I seriously look into Todd Bowles. I look into the coordinators. Maybe look into some of these players. Maybe time to move on. Chris Godwin, he hasn't done anything since his injury. Mike
Yeah.
Evans, maybe. Who do you got on the defense? I think they really got to do some soul searching, even if they make the playoffs. That would their season has been wild to see how far they've fallen.
Yeah, it'll be curious to see what how they move forward, but I don't know. Patriots took care of this looks like the most normal Patriots Jets score since like the Tom Brady era. 42-10 over the Jets.
At any point in the last 25 years, you could have said the Patriots are going to smack the Jets. And I
hmm
was going to say the same about the Steelers and the Browns, but that
Ooh,
did not go this
but you
way.
would be wrong.
I was wrong. I was definitely wrong.
Yes, because the Browns won 13-6 over the Steelers. That defense, man, it's a shame that their offense is so bad because their defense has been pretty good all year. Myles Garrett did not get the sack record though,
It
so
did, yeah. He sounded like a little like whiny when he's like, "Oh, they just cared about me and not winning the game." And it was very obvious. I think I saw him literally double team right by him, but
yeah.
like, dude, you won. You seem pretty disappointing. But I mean, he tied the record. I'm not giving any respect to the record if he breaks it this week. Doesn't count.
Ah, I mean,
You get zero counts. Does not count.
I think Watt didn't Watt tie it in 17 games or
No, no way.
hmm, I don't know.
Maybe you could be.
Anyways,
You're wrong.
whatever. He still tied it, so that's still impressive. Jaguars beat the Colts 23-17. Um, Jaguars had to fight back in this one. Philip Rivers, old man Rivers, gave it his best.
Yeah. His arm is hanging off.
Yeah. And that team, the Colts and the Bucks are like the same team, and they looked so good and then just kind of fell apart. The Jonathan Taylor went from being like might break 2,000 rushing yards to just a
Well, Philip Rivers
1,500,
had a
whatever he
lot to
got.
do
But
with that.
so,
I
um,
mean, I mean, for the Colts, you can at least blame it on if your quarterback ruptured his Achilles. That
yeah,
naturally will hurt the
but
team.
they were still starting
Baker's
to
still,
lose.
they were still winning. They hit a little patch, but Baker's there. It's completely different.
Eh. Um, Battle of the bad teams ended up being a pretty solid game. The Saints beat the Titans 34-26. I
Did
think both
Tyler Shaw?
teams have pretty promising quarterbacks. I mean, I think Ward definitely needs some weapons, but I think he's played pretty decently for a rookie. And then, yeah, Chuck, I mean, stats look pretty good. I mean, that might be the guy.
He's right now, I think, come like the best quarterback in the rookie class. The Saints, man, this credit to the Saints. Credit to Kellen Moore because we had everyone and their grandmother written off the Saints as they were going to be easily the worst team this year.
Yeah,
They've won what is three in a row? I think they've won now.
yeah.
And,
Without Kamara and you know,
and I mean, that's credit, for a team that is not young because they just will never rebuild.
mhm.
He got Moore got everyone rile up and keep fighting in a lost season. May have found his franchise quarterback, and I think earned some praise going forward. Now we'll see what happens because I'm sure the Saints are already $50 million over the salary cap as they
I
usually
still
are.
can't believe how bad they are in the cap.
I still think they're
Who
whoever
do
their
they
GM
have?
is. I don't think he understands math.
But elsewhere, we had the Seahawks beat the Panthers 27-10. Um, Man, Panthers offense just kind of shut down again. We talk about how bad the Eagles offense can be, but
Yeah, they're. I mean, I don't know what the Panthers. Their
I,
defense, I
the
think, is
defense is
pretty.
pretty good.
Yeah, Bryce Young, man. I don't think he's the guy. To be fair, I think we all didn't think he was the guy, and then he gave us a couple games, and you're like, oh, maybe he's the guy, and he's like, nah, he's definitely.
He has quite a few game-winning um like drives or like I don't know what the right word is, but like he's won a lot of games on like the last possession and stuff. Um,
Yeah, I mean, you give him that. I mean,
you'd like
listen, if they
to
win the
win some
division.
games confidently though, not have to
If they
heartbreak.
win the division, it'll help them quite a bit. Uh,
Yeah,
I had to look
they're
into
a weird team.
I looked into the figures, so we had it. The Saints are $15 million over the 26 salary cap.
How? Who are they paying?
I have no idea. And it doesn't make sense to me.
Is Drew Brees still under contract?
They get, I mean, they're a weird team because you got guys like Cam Jordan got a sack in the game. I was like, oh my God, Cam Jordan's still on the Saints? I was just like, that was his name. Haven't heard that. Alvin Kamara, don't know what he's been doing, but he is apparently on the Saints still.
Yeah, he's been
There's
hurt
too many
all
of those
year.
guys. But
I
yeah,
don't know. Weird team. They're gonna go through a lot of purging, I'm sure. But um,
I hope so. I don't know. The GM understands how, that he can release players.
I guess I'll have to find out. The Bengals beat up on the Cardinals 37-14. Just battle of bad teams. But Jamar Chase, 2 touchdowns for him. Uh, then we had the battle for the first overall pick in the toilet bowl. We had the Giants beating the
Good
Raiders
for him.
34-10. Like the second time the
Yeah.
Giants could have had the first overall pick and they decided to win.
Yeah, but you know what? The Raiders went out of their way to sit all of their like best players.
Yeah,
Then publicly Max Crosby comes out and saying it's ridiculous. I want to play.
come to Philly.
And it's like just a pathetic look. Ah, yeah, he's so dumb. There's no way he stays. The Raiders are a mess.
What have they
I don't
not been
know.
a mess?
The Raiders what we thought the Saints were going to be, and it's just not been like that at all.
Yeah, but and then of course Eagles beat the Bills 13-12. Sunday night, like we said, a great game. The Niners won 42-38 over the Bears, and I mean every time one team scored, the other team would come back and score, and it was I think 5 times the game was tied or something
I
crazy. It
guess
was
also it was like first time ever that there was a game where it was tied 7-7, 14-14, 21-21, and then I think 28-28 was the
yeah, it
final.
was nuts.
Crazy. They were just literally just bang, bang, bang. Touchdown,
Yeah,
touchdown, touchdown. Very entertaining. What do you think about the Niners? I feel like they're a team that's been
I'm a little worried now.
they could get the 1 seed, and I was like thinking, like, how did that happen? Like we
I'm a
all read
little,
that ages
I
ago.
don't. They're playing for a team that has injuries to two of their best defensive players, and they're still winning games. And
I mean, the defense stinks,
I
but
definitely
then
think their defense is taking a step back. Like they're not as good. But I mean, they won without Kid. I don't think Kittle played.
did not. They
Um,
can score with anyone.
I feel like I'd like to see them against like a defense that can shut down McCaffrey, because I do think if they shut down McCaffrey, that they will struggle a bit. I mean, Purdy's been solid, like finds Juwan Jennings, and he's been good for them. But
I mean, see, this is the difference between the Eagles and the Niners. The Niners, if you do just try to shut down Chris McCaffrey, the Kyle Shanahan will come up with a way to take advantage of that.
yeah,
He is capable of, if you give him a style of play that you're going to use, he will take advantage of that and come up with something to make an adjustment. But he's a good offensive coordinator. Kevin Patullo isn't even competent.
this is true.
So I mean, I don't know. Credit to Mac Jones too. I hope Mac Jones gets some love in the offseason because the Niners could possibly get the 1 seed, and Purdy missed what, 8 games?
Yeah,
Which is even wilder. They lose their 2 best defensive players. They have a backup quarterback for the majority of the season, and they still are right there for the 1 seed. I think Kyle Shanahan needs more credit for the coach of the year.
I think he's always in that conversation, but as a Niner hater,
That's
he
true.
never
Well,
wins the big game.
it's true. Yeah. Fair
So,
enough.
eh. And
Happens.
then, like we said, the Falcons beat the Rams 27-24. I mean, Stafford threw 3 interceptions, kind of basically handed the MVP to Drake May after that game. But
Yeah, I mean, then they made a ferocious comeback and nearly
yeah,
managed to win it back. I was like, this is
did
going to be a Falcons collapse.
did you see the Puka catch that was not ruled a catch? Because I don't understand how that wasn't a catch.
I
He caught it
did.
with one hand, and to in my eyes, he dragged both feet, but they called it. I
Oh, I
believe
don't.
they
That
called
one
it.
I actually didn't think was a catch.
Really?
Yeah, that one. I thought that one
Did he bobble it on the ground or something?
because he like loses it, and like
Mm.
after his feet hit, he does lose the ball.
I might not have seen that angle. The one I saw, he looked like he had it, and then his feet both got inbounds. But
I mean, he is pretty insane though too, because
yeah,
that was the one-handed just let me grab this football out of the
yeah, just
air.
like,
Yeah,
but
it's a tough one. The problem I'm looking at it now because it's been a couple days since I've seen it. Yeah, just the one-handed, just absolutely insane. He just snags it out of the air and it's down. He's got the feet down, but I think it was when at some point he loses the ball.
uh,
But yeah, no, it's a crazy game. Atlanta almost had their patent and blown lead. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
hey, I mean, do they now have a problem again? Because Kirk Cousins just won 3 straight games. I
I
never
mean,
thought Penix was the guy, but
I never thought Pennis was the guy either. I mean, what do you do with Kirk Cousins now?
I don't
Like
I don't know why they paid him all that money just to bench him a year later. Doesn't make any sense.
the point, like you have to move on from him.
I
Oh yeah,
think
Puka, I'm looking at it now. Puka, the ball came out of his hand.
oh, okay.
No,
I didn't see that angle, but
no, you weren't the only one, which I thought was wild. I was like, am I crazy? Like the ball physically is out of his hand before he hits the
uh,
ground.
but that is a wrap on week 17. We have 1 week left. And with that being said, we'll go right into the studs and duds.
All right, so what are you thinking? Start the new year with Venom or Cheer?
You gotta start the new year with cheer.
Oh, look at you. You're in a good mood.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles, well, it's because the Eagles are sitting starters, so we don't have to be as vomiting.
Oh, I'm sure they're playing and they're wearing Kelly Greens, so I'm sure that, you
That's
know,
nice.
McKee will ball out and then we'll have to listen to the all the Eagles fans. You know what?
Oh,
Let's have
and yeah.
McKee play in playoffs.
Is there going to be serious like conversations you think by lunatics about hey we should bench McKee going into this playoffs?
Of course there will be. That's just how stupid
No,
this
it's not
town can
crazy.
be.
It's like say McKee looks great against the worst defense in the NFL, and then Hurts like loses the first playoff game. Like the off-season chatter will be out of control.
The only way I would even entertain the thought is if he throws for 10 touchdowns and 800 passing yards.
10 touchdowns, 800 yards. Yeah, that's probably fair.
That would start a conversation.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's realistic. Alrighty, so getting to the good stuff. So studs list, we have two heavy hitters that pretty much used to live on the list. Haven't
Mm.
seen either of them on the list in a while. And then we have one of the most consistent players from all year. So let's kick it off with our first dynamic superstar running back, going with Christian McCaffrey here. Pretty much was just torching the Bears, 140 on the ground, tutty, and then 41 through the air. So nice 6 yard clip on the ground and about 180 scrimmage yards in a game where points were just flying all over the place.
Did he get his I know he was close to 1,000 rushing, 1,000 receiving on the season.
That is also insane. Yeah, I think he's pretty close. I remember them saying that. Wild
Let's
to think that
see.
that's going under the radar. Like no one's even talking about it.
He's got 1,179 rushing yards, and he's got 890 receiving yards. So he needs 110, but I don't know if they're playing starters this week. So
They're playing the Seahawks. They got a huge
out for
game.
the division, yeah. So he'll play. So he needs 110 to break, well, 100, 111 to
Yeah, that made it
eclipse a
tough. As I
thousand.
say, maybe if it was in a game that didn't really matter, they could have just peppered him with yards. Just kind of crazy to think that he's this close.
Should Devontae's 50 away from 1,000? Should he play this week?
No.
AJ has 1,003. So dumb.
My top 10 Devontae Smith argument is not aged very well with this season.
Um, I mean, 12.9 yards per catch, Yeah, he's not a big touchdown guy. 4 touchdowns on the year.
The Eagles aren't a very touchdown team. Unless you're Dallas Goedert. He's a vacuum in the red zone.
Jameson Williams, 17.7 yards per catch. God damn.
Dude, that's all he does. It's
Well, he's a deep ball, yeah.
you see him like sign a huge contract and then like you have him on your fantasy team and you're like, he sucks. Like he has one big game, but he is like again, creative offensive minds know how to use players. So he just gets used to help the offense.
I mean,
Uh,
if the Giants can get the right coaches in the building, I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson had 1,000 receiving yards too. Him and what's his name?
like neighbors.
The neighbors. That was a nice little tandem.
I mean, listen, if you confident in Dart, bring back Scatterboo, get us someone in the draft. Something there.
Hmm.
But yeah, so we somehow went from
Not to
Christian
get
McCaffrey
sorry, not to
to
get off track
Jameson
there.
Williams and the
Yeah.
Giants. Yeah, so Christian McCaffrey kicks off the list there. Moving on. This one, you know, the sky is blue, the grass is green. The Patriots will continue to just smash the Jets every
Mm.
single game. And Drake May got his first, like, that I can remember, like, first just herb stomping of the Jets in his career. And he did it, like, just insane efficiency. He had two incomplete passes with 5 touchdowns. I mean, it just doesn't really get better than that. 19 to 21 with 256 and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I saw it.
22 on the ground. Like he threw for 250 yards and 5 of them were for touchdown. Every 25 yards he's in passing was a
Mm.
touchdown. Just insane. Like the efficiency this guy was playing with. I know it's the Jets, but boy, to do that to any professional football team is pretty crazy. Um,
Shout out Ramondre Stevenson. Helped me win my fantasy league.
again, we're very happy for you. So yeah, Drake May MVP probably.
Unfortunately, I think so.
I mean, who else is going to take it from him?
Oh, it's been a weird, like, I feel like this has been such a great season for like so many teams have played well, so many crazy games. Like every week we have a game of the year.
Yeah,
So I think there's never nobody is a besides Stafford at one point, nobody was really a runaway MVP. Um, I mean, I don't think his like Drake May's numbers aren't like insane though. I don't think. I feel
Patriots
like he
have a
has the same like. Oh, never mind, I lied. I mean, fourth. All right, he's fourth in passing. Uh, 30 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Okay,
My
but
thing with the Patriots, they have played absolutely no one this year.
yeah, I know.
Their schedule is so easy. The only two games that are like actually mildly competitive or challenging was the Bills, and they split with them.
Uh,
I mean, I guess yeah, the Ravens, you could probably include that, but I don't know. It's not the same Ravens team, so I'd be curious to see what happens when they go in the playoffs. But they're going to do that with the first seed now. Denver's got that right. Is that locked up?
the what?
The first seed that's locked up in Denver, I think. Is that messed up?
I don't know. Mm,
But yeah, so Drake May, future MVP, second stud. And then first stud,
well, they're
haven't
tied.
seen
It's Denver. Sorry, Denver and New England are tied 13-3. 13. They're both 13-3. So Denver is currently in first. So I don't know whoever. I guess if they both win, Denver holds, or if whoever, like if the Pats win, Denver loses, then the Pats take the first. I don't, although
well, yeah,
Jags are 12-4, so they could sneak in maybe if both teams lose. I don't know how it's going to
I
shake
mean,
out.
so we had number one stud, the guy who used to be on this list like every week. Haven't seen him a lot this season. I think he's got more dud appearances than studs this year, which is absurd.
That's whack.
So all is right back in the world. Derrick Henry is back on top of the stud list for the like 50th time. He has to be the highest stud representative. 36 carries. Everyone that complains he's so old, 36 carries for an old man is pretty good.
That's crazy.
216 and 4 touchdowns.
Is it because he didn't get used in the fourth quarter of the last game the Ravens lost? So John Harbaugh was like, you know what? Let me use this guy.
And look what happened. We managed to win the game. He was just unstoppable. Like just insane. And again, for anyone that keeps thinking he's going to fall off, his numbers right now, he's just under 1,500 yards receiving and he has 16 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's going to finish with like 1,600 yards and I don't know, 16, 17, 18 touchdowns. Just insane. It's another just incredible year. Got to have some conversations about where he ranks all time in running backs, but
I
we're
was
going
thinking
Derrick.
about that after that game. I I mean, he's definitely top
He's
10.
top five. I think he's
I'm
top five.
yeah, I don't know. I don't I'd have to like look into it. I don't even know if I could give you a top five off the top of my brain.
He's a top five guy because
Over
of the
AP,
longevity. Who?
over Andrew Peterson,
Yeah.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, he's been great. Have you seen his seasons? He doesn't have any misses.
Oh, I know. But I'm
He's
just gonna
always,
look at
always
all-time
healthy.
all-time rushing leaders. Let's see.
He
Derrick
doesn't miss.
Henry, he's 10th in rush. He's the only active player in the top 20. top 25.
Yeah, but he's
Uh,
10th now. He can't be like he's got to be within arm's reach of a couple guys.
he's got if he assuming he plays next year and assuming he gets at least uh 1,500 yards, he'll jump Eric Dickerson, Jerome Bettis, which is crazy. Jerome Bettis is in top 10 rushing. LaDainian Tomlinson and probably Curtis Martin. Curtis Martin is 14K. Derrick Henry's about to hit 13. So,
All right, so you know what? I'll say no to LaDainian Tomlinson then. But if he gives you another one of these Derrick Henry seasons, it's gonna be some big conversations to be had.
yeah. So it's Emmett. Emmett is number one, 18K. Walter Payton, 16.7K. Frank Gore. Somehow Frank Gore has exactly 16,000 yards.
What's
Barry
that?
Sanders, four with 15.2K. AP is almost 15K. And then Curtis Martin with 14. And LT is 13.6. So he'll probably jump. I think by the time he retires, he'll be either right behind Peterson or right behind Barry Sanders in yards. I don't know. I'd put a. Mm, would you put him over? I'd put him over Frank Gore probably,
Yeah.
and I'd put him
The other thing,
over.
well, the other thing to look at it with this is
I
how
could
many
make it.
seasons did these guys have? Like,
Yeah,
like Emmett and like Adrian Peterson played with like the Jets and like a couple other teams. Frank Gore played for like a bunch, like was really getting up there in age. Derrick Henry's still like prime. He's crushing it. Like if he had
yeah,
thrown a couple like, give me seasons, like I'm Derrick Henry, I'll go to like some Randy J team. I'll be the second option kind of just to pad those numbers like all the other guys did. He's gonna get up there.
yeah. Emmett played for two teams, but he played 14 years. Walter Payton played looks like 13 years, 12 or 13. Frank Gore played 15 years. Barry Sanders played 10 years. AP played for seven teams. 2007 to 2021. That's nuts.
But that's
Curtis,
what, that's 14 years.
uh, something like that. Yeah.
How
Curtis
many
Martin,
teams, how many seasons
Curtis Martin
Derrick
played
Henry
for
played?
10 years. Derrick Henry is about, he's been 9 years, Derrick Henry.
So you're talking about, man, he's
He's
how
on
many yards
pace.
behind you?
He's on pace with all these
If he
10-year
played
guys.
14, I mean, how many years has Emmitt Smith played? I mean, he's 5 seasons less than Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Emmitt Smith, he played, those Cardinal years. He wasn't as elite, but
He's going for the
uh,
record then.
I mean, Eric Dickerson also only played 10 years. Jerome Bettis looks like he played 12. LT was 10. Curtis Martin was 10. So I think by next year, which will be Derrick Henry's 10th year, he will be in that like six between 4 and 6 on the all-time rushing leaders. So not
I
well, we
think he's
really
gonna,
got
yeah.
off track there, but yeah.
Yeah. Listen, that's where he's at now. Forget best running back in the NFL or what. Now you're just talking about best in the NFL. I think he's got a very strong chance to be top five in the
I don't
NFL.
think anyone even ever thought that of him though. Like, did you think at any point in Tennessee he was like this guy could be the greatest of all time at his position?
I mean, he went 2K in Tennessee. That was pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
but I mean, I didn't think it was going to be sustained because of how big he was, because of how the volume of rushes he was getting. But
Well, because everyone's been saying this for the last 3 years that he's going to fall off and like have written it
yeah,
in their mind has fallen off when it couldn't be farther from the truth. The guy's about to do 16K in rushing yards and like 18 touchdowns.
whatever his off-season regiment consists of, he's doing something right because he doesn't really miss games either.
It doesn't. That's what I mean. He's going to
Yeah.
age very. The only year he missed time was, and he had like 1,000 yards still.
But
But yeah, number one stud, possible top five running back of all time.
the alien, Derrick Henry.
Moving on, onto the duds list.
After we just talked about all the greatest running backs of all time, let's go to the dud list.
Well, there's no running backs in this list, to be fair. So we do have, sorry, we do have two number one overall picks and a guy I don't even think was ever picked. So
Oh,
there you go,
very nice,
diversity.
very nice.
So kicking off with this dud, touched on him a little bit. He's dud this week, it's up and down season in total, but still has this very good chance of winning the division. Going with Bryce Young here. Did
Mm,
not have a great season. Did not have a great week. Granted,
no.
he did go to Seattle and they're awesome, but he had 54 yards passing.
Is that it?
That's it. He averaged 2 yards per pass. He was
Oh,
14-24 with 54 yards and an interception.
yeah, that's bad.
I mean, he almost ran for more. He did have 27 yards on the ground and a touchdown, but he like nearly ran for as many yards as passed. It's just pretty bonkers. But
Mm.
again, we see this more and more with him. Is he this guy? Like, this is where you have games like this, and you're like, oh, I don't think he's that great. I mean, he's nowhere near able to beat elite talent, I guess, unless
It's
you're the
a
Rams.
weird, it's a weird thing with them. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's not a great performance from Royce, but listen, they control their destiny.
Yeah, the
If,
I don't know.
if they win the division and they're in the playoffs, I don't care what the record is. This is a massive step for them.
It would be interesting to see if they put take a top 10 quarterback from any team and put him on the Panthers because their line is okay. They have good running backs. Neither of them are you know, elite running backs, but they have good running backs.
Rico
Good
Dowdle
young
was
receivers. So
remember when Rico Dowdle was the best player in the NFL?
I mean, he's had him and I forget his name. Chuba Hubbard. They're a good tandem.
Hmm.
Tat's a good rookie receiver. He might win. I don't know who's even going to win rookie of the year.
Ted, offensively,
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
guess. None of the quarterbacks I think played long enough to do it.
No.
But yeah, Bryce Young kicking off the dud list, but chance to win the division, so credit to them.
Go Panthers.
All right, moving on to this was incredible. The drop off, like I mean, you're talking about I think actually statistically the best kicker in NFL history, like the highest percentage. I think he's never missed a kick that was less than 40 or 50 yards or whatever it was until this week. Um, but yeah, Mr. Cameron Dicker missed a field goal and missed an extra point as well.
Mm,
Not great, especially in a game you lose by 4 points. Those are your 4 points right there. So, I mean, maybe it's a little unfair, but listen, Lofty Heights, it's just because he's so good historically, but it's also because this game was close. The Chargers really needed this game.
yeah.
We get into that nitty-gritty, and he let them down. Um, he wasn't the only one that let them down, but that was Dicker the kicker, just not doing it. It's a shame. And then on to our number one dud in an insane five turnover game, which you just don't see very often. In a game you absolutely needed to win, and he kind of just pissed down his leg. Got Jared Goff here, 18 to 29, buck 97, tutty, two interceptions, and three fumbles. Three fumbles lost. I think one of them was just like a chintzy fumble. But yeah, not a good game. He could not hold on to the ball at all. Scored 10 points against a Vikings team that has nothing to play for in a game you needed to win. It was literally a playoff game for them. And just kind of summarizes the collapse that the Lions have had in the second half.
Bad.
Offensively, they just couldn't find it. It wasn't the defense that let them down. They were banged up and injured, but the offense just fell off a cliff then towards the end of the season. And Jared Goff is our number one dud.
Yeah, he was pretty this month. This whole month he's been pretty bad.
Yeah, the
Uh,
whole the Lions team hasn't been very good offensively the last couple months. Gibbs has had some real stinkers. It's just, I mean, they put up points numbers wise 23, 24, 34, 44. And maybe they are not as bad as I thought they were, but just not enough.
hmm. All right. Well, that's the studs and duds for week 17. Moving on to some too much whiz. The too much whiz. The Dolphins will not fire Mike McDaniel.
I'm kind of surprised, but I honestly I don't think he will. I don't get that vibe. When they fired the GM, it did seem like things kind of turned around a little bit. They were on that little run. They got another nice win. Like they're gonna finish the season. If they win, they'll be 8-9. Like that's a respectable season. Um, but no, credit to McDaniel. I mean, they team felt, kept fighting. They didn't just bottom out and give up on the season.
Hmm.
No, I think he lives another day.
All right. Too much whiz. The 2025 Seahawks are just the 2024 Vikings in disguise.
I still think Darnold is the 2024 Viking Darnold,
Hmm.
but defense is significantly better than the Vikings last year. So I'm going to say no.
That was pretty good Vikings defense.
It was, but the Seattle defense is insane.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I don't think it is. I think everyone's kept that in their mind, but I just think the defense could win them games even when Darnold turns into a pumpkin, which I'm still think that's going to happen.
Yeah. Um, and then too much whiz. The Buffalo Bills will not reach the AFC Championship game.
I'm still going to take them. I mean, look at the teams in the playoffs. You got Denver, Jags, Texans, Patriots, Chargers.
A lot of good
These teams,
defenses.
but these teams aren't used to winning. None of them have been in the playoffs
Mm,
eight
true,
years.
true.
None of them are playoff tested. No one knows what to expect. I if Buffalo, I think they're the wild cards, so they won't play any home games, but I think the Bills have it. I think they have experience. I'm not counting them out. Let me see what Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence do in the playoffs. Both are known to fall on their face in the playoffs. Let me see if the defense can win games for Denver and Houston when their offense struggles. Um, Let me see if the Patriots are actual like a good team or if they just paid cupcakes all season. I think the Bills will be okay. I have more uncertainty about everyone else.
All right. And that is our three too much whiz, basically overreactions for the week. Keep on rolling right into our game picks. Um, you, well, I'll start. I came in last this week, not by much.
I, that
I went 9-7. You went 10-6, and the Yardley brothers, who, like I said, they started their own podcast. Check out the Going Yard podcast. They did also go 10-6. So currently they are 1-6. The guest picks are in the lead. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for us. I thought we were supposed to be the experts. They are 165-91. I'm 163-93, so 2 games behind.
you got a chance.
Yeah, you're 155-101.
Uh,
So you would need
Trev,
us, me and the guest picks. You'd have to go opposite every game basically to have a chance. So
all right, lock me in. I'm gonna do that. I'll give my honest answer, but I'm taking all the other ones.
okay. So starting off, we don't have a guest pick yet for the week because we didn't have any Thursday games, but we'll have one before the week 18 games start on Saturday. Because I think, yep, we have both NFC title games they put on Saturday. I'm not sure why. Um,
One with that. I think he's
I'm not a fan. I'd
it's
rather
definitely
be like like Sunday 4 o'clock games. I don't know.
I don't mind one on Saturday. Why did they both gotta be on Saturday?
Yeah, but so Saturday, January 3rd, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Panthers at the Buccaneers. Like I've been saying the last 2 weeks, I don't think the Bucs deserve this title. Panthers haven't been very inspiring on offense lately, but even though it's in Tampa, I'm gonna roll with the Panthers just because that's what the heart wants. So go Panthers.
I'm also thinking the Panthers. I just think the Buccaneers are lost. This is
Yeah.
even if they get to the playoffs, this is a loss of a disappointment season.
Yeah, they're a
This,
wild card. I mean, both teams are probably a wild card exit, but
I mean, this is the biggest game the Panthers have played in 5 years.
yeah,
Easy.
since the Cam days.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Carolina here.
Okay.
Um, like to see it too. We'll root for it.
Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. This is a tough one. Who do we want to win? Better question.
I actually have no problem playing either of them, to be fair.
I feel like I feel like we'd be better off playing in San Fran than in Seattle.
See, I think I'd rather play Seattle because our
Mm,
defense is great, but I don't think they'll be able to stop. Like they'll slow them down, but I don't think they're gonna be able to do like what they did to the Bills to the Niners. And
mm.
again, we have bad offense, so I don't trust them to score. I think our defense could stop Sam Darnold, and then we just have to somehow try to score against an elite offense or
Yeah.
elite defense. Uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna go with San Fran. I think pumpkin season starts happening soon for Darnold. And San Fran, man, I don't think they're just great. They just keep scoring. Kittle, I think, is playing. It'll be tough to stop.
Yeah, I hmm, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go Seattle just cause just cause.
Good
So
insight.
yeah, it's a coin flip game, I think. Colts at the Texans, meaningless game. I'll take the Texans. Might not be meaningless for Texans seeding. I don't know how that works out, but I'll
Is
take the
Philip Rivers
Texans.
playing again? No, he's not playing. Riley Leonard's getting the start. And yeah, I think I'd roll I don't know. The Colts logic doesn't make sense to me. Like I get your season was on the line, but what did you think Philip Rivers was going to do? There were some fun moments, but why are you not going to roll this rookie out and let him play his first game of his career against the best defense in the league and watch them just destroy him?
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
I feel bad for Riley Leonard. It's going to be a rough day. I'll take Houston.
Browns at the Bengals.
Yeesh. Bengals. This is classic Bengals. We torch teams when we've already lost the season.
I say Bengals and but Myles Garrett gets the sack record.
Doesn't get the sack record. The sack record's not.
Wow.
I did look at TJ. No, he cannot get his sack, but it's not the record. He did it in the next game.
Whatever.
TJ Watt did do it in week 18, but he missed 2 games of the season.
Did
So
Garrett play all 17 so far? Or all 16?
yeah,
Hmm. All right. Saints at the Falcons. Honestly, both teams I think we're on 3 game win streaks. So
yeah, Falcons are weird, but I'm sticking with the good vibes. Give me Shuck. I'm going Saints.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go Falcons. I think at home they have home field advantage. I don't.
Yeah,
But Kurt Cobain's might be his last game as a Falcon. Goes out with a bang and a W.
he has to start somewhere next year. Like the
Yeah,
Falcons
this is
can't possibly
ridiculous.
get on their
Yeah.
hands with him again.
Packers at the Vikings. I mean,
Love playing
I don't know. These week 18 games, you can just pick whoever because they're always a coin flip. Because
Vikings did ruin the Lions season, but
in
I think
Minnesota, I'll take the Packers.
the Packers need something. They have to get some momentum going into the playoffs. I'll take
Yeah. Titans at the Jaguars. Uh, I
take the
feel like
Jaguars. Seeding to play for.
they're gonna sit some players. Uh, I don't. I wish I
Set up to
could.
lose to the Titans, who are really bad. I'm taking the Jags. They're going to have enough players out there because I think they still technically in position for the 1 seed.
Uh, it sounds like they're gonna. Who are you picking?
I'll go with the Jags.
Uh, yeah, whatever. Take the Jags.
Take the Titans. Be a bold man.
No, I need to be smart. Cowboys at the Giants. I'll take Cowboys. They can score
Call me
more
crazy.
points than the Giants
Call me
can.
crazy. I'm riding with the Giants. I need a couple upsets.
You do.
The Giants are going to be in feel good territory because they've lost the 1-1 to seed, so they can afford to win here.
Uh, get right game for LA. Cardinals at the Rams. I'll take the Rams.
Oh yeah, even if I need a few, I'm not doing this. This is a get right game and get right for the playoffs.
Watch the Cardinals win. Chiefs at the Raiders. I, I mean,
Ooh, Chiefs could maybe the Raiders could maybe win this.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I don't think the Raiders would let them win. Like they will do whatever it takes to lose. I don't know. Whoever caught a pass last week is getting benched this week. The Raiders just will not win this game. Let's go with the Chiefs. Although the Raiders kind of beat them every year. Like they always have a weird week where they knock off the Chiefs, I feel like. It would be hilarious to Raiders fans if the Chiefs
It
managed to
it
lose.
just doesn't. Hmm. No Bowers, no Max Crosby. Gentry's been underwhelming. I just I don't know. I Chiefs have a little bit of pride. I feel like Might be Kelsey's last game. I'll go Chiefs.
I don't know.
Commanders at the Birds. Go Birds.
Tanner McKee, starting quarterback.
We'll get to see a lot of Tank Bigsby get the start. I would assume so.
Watch him be able to run the ball.
Oh, I'm sure. He probably has better yards per attempt than Saquon does. Dolphins at the Patriots.
Patriots aren't going
Mm,
to play anyone. The Dolphins go out and they fight for McDaniel's job. If McDaniel gets 8-9, he'll stay. He'll stay.
it's for seeding though.
Who does Denver play?
Chargers. Mm, mm.
No, I need to be bold. I'm sticking with it. Half of the Patriots team is currently in court, so
That's also true. Yeah, who Barrymore and Diggs? Yeah, they're a fucking mess.
I gotta stay. I gotta stay bold. I need them.
And his brother Trayvon Diggs got cut by the Cowboys, which is wild. Um,
Most Packer thing ever.
yeah,
Sign a
picked him
guy
by the
to
Packers. Yeah,
$100 million contract. He stinks. Then let your best player walk because you can't afford to pay him because you paid a guy a $100 million contract that stinks, and
the,
then cut him.
the Green Bay
I don't think-
Cowboys.
Yeah, and then cut him a week left in the season. Like,
I don't
why?
something must have went down, or he has to be cut. Mm.
I don't know. Yeah, you're hearing rumors that they weren't too thrilled with him or there was some issues. So why would you do the guy a favor and cut him so he can go sign with a team in the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't understand. Who did you pick? Dolphins, Patriots?
Right in Miami.
I was thinking Miami too, but I think the Pats are going to try and play for seeding. Did the They probably smoked the Dolphins earlier this year, didn't they? I don't know who the Patriots lost to this year.
Lost to the Bills. They lost to, I want to say they lost to the Dolphins, actually.
Hmm.
I could be wrong, but like I feel
I'll,
like that was
I'll go Patriots. Lions at the Bears. Um, for our seeding purposes,
no, the
picking the
Patriots beat the
Lions.
Dolphins. Um, nah, the Lions are dead and cooked. I'm taking the Bears.
I think the Lions. I think the Bears will. They pay at 420. Well, seeding doesn't matter to them, but because they just have to win. I think the Lions are going to play with some pride after like 3 games of playing like shit. I think they'll play for some pride.
Nah,
So
they're
I'll take
cooked.
the Lions.
I'm going Bears.
Chargers at the Broncos. Chargers need a win because they've been like 2 or 3 losses in a row.
Yeah, but the Broncos need to win to get the 1 seed.
Yeah, I think the Patriots are going to get the 1 seed though. So I'm going to take the Chargers.
Take the Broncos. They're not going to lose this game. Chargers aren't very good. Plus, the Chargers offensive line stinks. I think Justin Herbert's day is going to be a rough one.
I can see that. Jets at the Bills. Bills need this game to. It's the
That's
Jets. Go
the
Bills.
definition of a get right,
You don't even need a defense. Just it's the Jets.
get right.
Um, and then Ravens versus Steelers. We have no Monday night game. It's Sunday night football for the AFC North title.
I'm going Ravens, and I will say this is. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I've been saying this for like 2 years now. The Steelers should fire Mike Tomlin, and I get everyone will throw the argument, oh, well, he never lost a season. That's great. And Mike Tomlin is well respected, and that's all well and dandy. But look what the Steelers have become.
Yeah.
They had the whole circus that was Aaron Rodgers in the offseason, where they were basically begging for him, and then he was like keeping arms away and just making a mockery of the Pittsburgh franchise. They go and trade DK, who then punches a fan 2 games before the season ends, costing them a game. You're so desperate. You're signing guys like Adam Thielen and like Kenneth Gainwell and like MVS. Like the defense is better now, but they're the highest paid defense. They're old and they've not looked very good all season.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Ramsey had the thing where he got in the fight with Jamar Chase. Like this team isn't like a prideful, like, oh, no one steps out of line. No, Mike Tomlin. Like Mike Tomlin seems to has a loosening grip on this team.
Hmm.
Like when I see these things happen, I just am shocked to see the Steelers. Like a franchise like, the Jets or the Browns, like this is of course their best wide receiver would go punch a fan 2 games before the playoffs start. Of course they would. But like the Steelers are supposed to be this respected franchise that don't do this.
Mm,
like you're not winning. The players, you are so old as a team and you're underperforming. And really, the Steelers just become a mockery. I can't see a world where they just keep running this back because if they keep running back, this will be their case. They'll just be just above 500. They might win the division and they will do nothing in the playoffs. So I'm going to take the Ravens, and I will say it 100 times. I think the Steelers just need to rip the band-aid off, and they would rather have this. Let me get a winning season and be one game about 500, even though we punch fans and we get embarrassed by Aaron Rodgers over the offseason. Because the Steelers just don't rebuild, which is fine. But
yeah.
I don't know. Look at the Patriots. They're another well-run organization. They rebuild. They got rid of the coach that wasn't there, and look where they're at now. The
Mm.
Steelers just will never do that because they refuse to crater out and get rid of veterans, and they don't want to move on to Mike Tomlin, who never had a losing season. But what do I know? But that's what I would do.
Would you let it all out?
It's just I don't know. The Steelers are frustrating. I think part of it is because I just can't stand Aaron Rodgers anymore.
Mm.
And it's just he's now like the fungus is now taking over the Steelers, and it's now taking over some of my hatred because I just cannot stand him.
Um, yeah, I think I agree with a lot of what you said. However, Lamar's not playing. I think you still have Derrick Henry, obviously, but Ravens defense has been underwhelming all year. Their offense has been, if not for Derrick Henry, I mean, Zay Flowers had another okay season, but the Steelers do have a pretty good home record statistically, and it would be the most Steelers thing to basically lose to the Browns, almost blow away your entire season, and then still win on the last game of the year and sneak your way into the playoffs. So I'll take the Steelers. I think the Ravens don't. Neither team really belongs in the playoffs this year because they're both pretty bad. But I think the Ravens sh was more. They were more of a disappointment this year, so they will miss the playoffs because of how they struggled in the beginning of the year. So
Yeah, no, it's fine. I went on my tangent. The Steelers win. They won't do anything in the playoffs, but Tomlin will keep his
neither
job. And
neither team is doing anything in the playoffs. But
Aaron Rodgers talking about like, oh, retirement is on the table. Like, what are you talking, bro? You have a game for the division. Who cares about the retirement? What are you talking about? Focus on the game for the division. But whatever.
he does look a little slower this year than he did last
So
year.
washed. He's
So,
washed.
but all right, that is our week 18 game picks. We'll have to see what the guest picks, the mystery person will be, and if they can hold on to the 2 point lead, or if I can close the gap and take the title. But last game of the year, and then we got playoffs. So unfortunately, with the new year comes the ending of football season. We only have a month left, sadly, but we'll take it in. Go Birds! We'll see what McKee and the backup crew, does. So then, peace. Have a new year.